you go, dude, bro. Thought you footy boys wanted to have a little throw around the office.
Really?
Foul show. Foul show. Pretty cool boss, huh? Probably going to start calling me the man. The man. The man. Catch you in 20, brah.
Guys, Real Sport, Bar TV.
Welcome everybody to the BMW Oceania Test Series between Australia and New Zealand under-20s, the best of the best, and Oceania, of course, covering from Vanuatu to Vaucluse, Tonga to Toongabbie. And with us right now, Brad Harris. Brad's going to be co-commentating with us today. Brad, how do you think this one's going to shape up, mate?
Look, it should be really exciting. Both quality teams. New Zealand renowned for their counter attack and turnover attack. So, be interesting to see how the Aussie boys can muscle up physically tonight. And really looking forward to a good contest.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen a lot of the Aussie team in the Super 20s. You've had a bit to do with, I guess, the guys from the ACT as well. Lomax, he's one to look out for.
Yeah, look, Tyrell's a big lad. You know, this is his second year. He's a returning under 20, so hopefully he can really look to dominate at this level this year. Hopefully, but not just the ACT boys. You know, there's quite a few Victorian boys tonight, and they've had a really good Super under 20 series. And again, it's just exciting that guys from all over the nation are getting an opportunity tonight.
Yeah, definitely. This Test Series, best of the best between Australia and New Zealand under 20s. New Zealand, they've got a couple of big names in Barrett and Amunga as well.
They do. Look, they're quality. Any time there's a New Zealand representative team, it's going to be quality. So it's going to be interesting to see how our boys can muscle up. And look, I think our boys, if they can control and get some clean possession at set piece, hopefully we can see some good attack from the Aussie boys.
Yeah, should be a pretty big experience for both sides. It's going to be a pretty big match for all those listening out there on Bar TV Sports. Earlier on, we had the chance to talk to the captains and the coaches. Well, with us now, captain of the Wallabies under-20 side, McLean Jones. McLean, how's the side looking for today?
Yeah, we're looking good. We've had a good week in camp. Not too many distractions, which is good. I know a lot of the boys are keen to play New Zealand today.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big game here on the Gold Coast, couple of games. Do you want to start this one with a bang?
Yeah, obviously winning today will obviously help us for next Saturday, but for the World Cup in general. As I said, the boys are up for the challenge today, and yeah, can't wait.
They got a couple of big name players. How do you plan to shut them down?
I think not really worrying about that. It's just getting our line speed in defence and setting early and having a good mindset in defence will definitely help us there.
Well, have a good game. All the best.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, Adrian, it's been a big week of preparation for the BMW Wallabies under-20s. How are things looking?
Yeah, it has been good. We got a lot of training in last week and unfortunately lost a few to Super Rugby commitments, which is good for them, but it was a little bit disruptive. But we got our replacements in yesterday and we'll be okay, yeah. Yeah,
the changes that have come in, they certainly no slouches. How do you expect them to fire?
Oh, no, they'll go well. So most of those guys were here for last week and they've been called into the starting side, so they've got pretty good knowledge around everything.
Yeah, definitely. You guys based on campus here, has that helped your preparation?
Yeah, it makes it easy. This is our third year doing it now, and it's great. All the gym and training field facilities, everything's here that we need.
And how are we going to play today? Attacking or all up defence?
Yeah, no, we're certainly looking to attack. We've got a real mantra, I guess, of following what the Wallabies have done and trying to play ball in hand as much as we can.
Well, we look forward to it on Bar TV Sports. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Ta.
Well, Scott, here on the Gold Coast, you've got to be loving that.
Oh, I love the GC. It's a great spot. And out Burley Heads this morning, some good waves. So, yeah, it's a good start today.
Yeah, definitely. And the guys, they're enjoying the camp?
Yeah, look, we're at Runaway Bay and it's a good setup. We're using TSS as a training facility. It's the Southport school and it's pretty quality with its setup. Yeah, it's hot as you'd expect here, 30-degree day, so it's good to play in the early evening.
Yeah, it certainly is. A few big names in your side and the Australian side as well. Who are you guys looking out for?
Look, we're not really too worried about them, to be honest. We're just looking to select a team for this World Cup. So our focus is on us and what we do. We know Australia in the same position. Look, we've had a game. We've got quite a few guys still back at home, coming back from injury. So, look, we're excited. We've got a young team, but a talented team.
Yeah, very good. All leads to the World Cup. All the best for the game.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers, Gareth.
Well, Lenny, you're here for obviously a test match, but your coach said you're out in the water today. Did you get out there?
No. I didn't get out there this morning. Just a lot of the boys stayed back at the camp and just stayed off our feet and just slept a bit and just rest up, really.
And what does this mean to you guys to come here to Australia, to play Australia at home?
No, this is key for our preparation towards the World Cup. We see this as like, just like our main step towards the World Cup in our preparation.
Very good. All the best for the game, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
And that is the start of the anthems and the start of what's going to be an interesting test series here with the Australian 20s taking on the Kiwi counterparts. And Brad, both sides, they look pretty pumped for this, don't they? They look like it's going to have everything in this match.
Yeah, certainly expecting a pretty exciting tussle out here. I think very good conditions. Both teams will throw the footy around and hopefully we get a great game out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw Scott Robinson very laid back when he got those blonde locks drenched in the Burley surf. As we go through the Australian side here, plenty to look out for. Interesting to see how Fox goes at the back of the scrum. And, of course, Lomax, Mason had an outstanding Super 20 series as well.
Yeah, look, there's certainly some talent there. Harley's a very... I'll just hold off there.
We're going to get the... Yeah, sorry to cut you off there. The haka coming a little bit earlier than we expected, but nonetheless intimidating for those young 20s guys out there in the gold, Brad.
Certainly is, mate. And look, as I was touching on there before, Harley Fox at number 8, certainly a skillful back rower. And hopefully he can get his hands on the footy a lot and get an offload game going to provide some go forward for us.
Yes, and we look at the New Zealand team quickly before kick-off here. Key partnerships in the halves there, Nock and Perifetta. Very good fly half, very highly rated.
Yeah, outstanding. And look, I think the back three will be critical for the Kiwis tonight, knowing that the Kiwi team certainly love to counter-attack.
And referee Nick Berry blows time on, so it's showtime here at Bond University. It's a high searching kick as the Kiwis go up for it. The All Blacks 20s, of course. Oh, that's a poor clearing kick with plenty to do for Australia now, looking to counter. And oh, look at this. That's Maddox. We know he's fast. We know he's quick. He cuts them up early on, Maddox. Very well run.
Yeah, great start there for the fullback there from Australia. Outstanding.
Yeah, playing first grade for the East Club in the Shute Shield. Highly rated amongst the New South Wales Waratahs, and one definitely to look forward for in the future. So we'll see the first of the set piece here. Josh Taylor coming in from the local TSS club as well.
Yeah, he's a local Bond boy, so hopefully the home crowd can spur him on to a good performance.
And that one's won by this New Zealand side. Cheeky little high box kick there. Searching under the lights and taken nicely on the far side. It was Tui Malia-Leofano.
Set piece will be critical tonight. Hopefully the Australians can sort out that line out.
Sorry, getting the ball from the back. Ball coming out quickly, looking to put it through the hands early on. And they do just that. It's Jerd making inroads. Soravi again, good quick ball coming in at the latter stages there. And that was Scott Young playing in the 6th jersey tonight. Of course, son of Sam Scott Young. As the Australian side lose plenty of ground there, but still looking to throw the ball around. And here comes Jerd again, just losing his footing. So doing well to control the ball here, the Australian side, Brad.
Yeah, positive start. The backs are certainly willing to take on their counterparts, which is pleasing. So hopefully they can continue that.
So the ball taken plenty of time, and that is a very good clearing kick, getting them well over halfway as they look for the quick one, but err on the side of caution early on, Brad.
Yeah, look, I think that, as I said before, some real positive signs for the outside backs there for Australia. A couple of good early touches. Hopefully, from Australian perspective, they can sort out this set piece and continue to grow into the game.
So Taylor has the ball here. Sione at the front of the line-out. They go to the back, and that one's a better one as Soravai gets the ball now. Mason juggles the ball. Macaulay taking them forward. He'll do that all day, Macaulay. Had a very good Super 20 season. Rewarded nicely here. Now Mason getting a clever kick down, but Amunga Jensen well placed there as he comes back and he's taken around the bootlaces. So the Australian kick chase very good early on, putting them under all sorts of pressure here, this New Zealand side.
Lovely interchange of passes there from the big New Zealand forwards.
Close to a turnover there, and Berry blows the whistle there. First penalty of the game, Brad.
Yeah, I just think we saw a little insight into the skill level that the New Zealand forwards will bring to the game. Lovely little interchange of passes, got in behind the Australian defence and rewarded with the penalty.
So Perafita with the ball, and that is a very good touch finder again. Getting them about 30 out, so brilliant chance to attack now for this New Zealand side.
You're responsible for your line. Keep them on line. Yeah?
Barrett, of course, the younger brother of Bowden Barrett. This is Geordie Barrett playing in the midfield. We're told he has a massive boot on him as well, can kick them from anywhere.
Yeah, so discipline will be critical, but it'll be interesting to see what the approach of both teams is, whether they want to go for points or whether they want to just play ball in hand.
So interesting there, as we hear Nick Berry, the referee. And they're going to go for the scrum. Early on, it'll be a test, and this is what the front row play for, Brad.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out, this first little collision here. It'll give us a good insight into how the rest of the game will pan out, I think.
Well, we see the second row, the locks of the All Blacks. They are some tall timber, aren't they?
Certainly are, towering over their front row counterparts, that's for sure.
So Luke and Mitch Jacobson in the 6 and 7 for the All Blacks. The 20s. I know Nick Henderson's worked very hard on this set piece, and it could come out tricky there as Fox forced to pick up off the back. He's under plenty of pressure. Does well to get the ball back though, Fox. He's strong.
Yeah, he did really well there. Untidy ball at the back of the scrum. Really well done from Harley there.
Oh, penalty in front of the sticks. Knock looking to take the quick tap. So it'll be interesting to see what this New Zealand 20 side do. They're going to go for the points. Interesting early on. Thought they might have gone for the line.
Yeah, look, I guess it shows that, you know, it is a test match after all, and it's a serious prep game for the Junior World Cup to come up in June, so fully understandable in that decision, I guess.
Of course, the Australian 20 side, proudly supported by BMW. And this is the first of the Oceania Test Series. This could be the first points as Barrett lines it up. He hits it. And he has made no mistake there. So the score, New Zealand 3, Australia 0. Early on, but the New Zealand side, they won't take too much out of that, and they'll look to hit back and play it down the Australian half early on.
Yeah, look, I think they can take, that's probably their first visit into that attacking zone, and they've come away with a 3-point reward. So, yeah, from an Australian perspective, hopefully they can get some field position now.
So here's Mason with the restart. It's a high one again, troubling. Good kick chase by the team in gold. And they line up. Good line speed by this Australian side. Comes back, set to kick. Maddox, he's placed well. What will he do? We know he loves to counter. So the ball caught in midfield there. Sorovai has it. Here's big Lomax. Loves a hit up Lomax as the ball comes out wide. Now to McCauley. McCauley taken nicely. And good line speed showed again by this New Zealand side, as well as Mason with a couple of options outside and in.
Gee, they're hard at the breakdown, the Kiwis, as you would expect. 3 phases there. A lot of pressure on the Australians attacking football there.
They're really spoiling the ball at the moment for this Australian side, and the Australian side a little bit slow to get to the breakdown at the moment.
Yeah, good intent from the back line to spread it to width. I guess the support's probably just a fraction slow there, and the Kiwi hands are getting on the football and certainly slowing down that ruck speed.
There's your mark, boys.
It'll be an interesting matchup out wide with Fiddick for the Australian side. We've seen him throughout the year burn players. He's got plenty of speed.
Yeah, and it's great that they're back in their skill set and looking to play with a bit of pace and width out wide.
So Periferi set quite wide, fairly flat.
Yeah, we need a space. We need a space on both sides, boys. Okay, we need a space on both sides. Let's go. Need a space. Fully engaged.
As we hear referee Nick Berry, of course, Nick, one of the up-and-coming referees on the scene. Doing very well. And good to see an ex-player get amongst the refereeing ranks as well, Brad.
Yeah, I think it's great. He certainly was probably fast-tracked along. He's got great game management, and it's great to see him getting opportunity.
Both you. No, both you boys. I need a space, okay? Yeah, we need a space. It's going to be slow, all right?
So a bit of gamesmanship out there between Ricchetti, Stones and Sione. That's always good.
Yeah, I think just testing each other out there in the early stages of the game. As you said, a bit of gamesmanship. I'm sure Nick won't let another scrum reset here. We'll probably see a short arm or a penalty.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
The body height's not quite there for Sione here on the loose side as the ball comes out now. Perifida going behind everyone. Here's Fiddick trying to come onto the ball. And that is a penalty to Australia for the first one for their campaign and for the match. As we'll see Maddox here. A very big boot on him as well. And that one is an absolute shocker, Brad.
No, certainly not his best there, but he's found touch anyway.
Yeah, well, he's made sure of it.
Yeah, that's good.
Just inside the 40 now, the Australian side. Looking for a gap there as it goes to the back. Quick ball Soravide and Mason. Mason getting the ball now to Jackson Hope. Jackson Hope gets them to centre field. And doing a good job there again. Macaulay coming round the corner. This is quicker stuff by the Australian side as the ball goes behind. So Tui Malila-Fano just couldn't come up with that one.
Hard on the ball again, the Kiwis. Very hard on the ball at the breakdown.
Yeah, they're there, aren't they? They're spoiling everything coming their way. And this is intense here at Bond University.
G. Macaulay's been good for Australia early. A number of really good dominant carries.
Let's go, Gold.
Yeah, they need to really come one more with Scott Young around the corner. Very good runner of the ball, Angus Scott Young.
Yeah, look, I think both teams are probably still building combinations, even though they've been in camp for a week. Still working on that.
So that comes down for the New Zealand side. Knock with a box kick. It's high again. Good kick there. Going up and coming down without it. So the Australian side in front of the attempted catcher. And that's another penalty right on halfway, Brad.
Yeah, contestable kicks are getting some reward for the New Zealanders at the moment. So, yeah, the Australians will have to put a focus on securing that possession.
And it's quite a healthy crowd here on a Tuesday night at Bond University. I'm tipping about 1,200 people, both sides of the stands. Fairly full.
Yeah, it's great to see people from the Gold Coast turning up for some international rugby.
Interesting here, Barrett is going to go for the goal. We said earlier on in the broadcast he has a mammoth boot on him, so he's chancing his arm.
Yeah, well, look, this will certainly be a great kick if he can throw it over, or kick it over, I should say, from this far out.
Of course, this Bond University ground. We're quite low to the ground here. For all intents and purposes, Barrett now takes the deep breath in, step back, hits it. It's going to fall short. So the ball comes bouncing along. Mason gets it. There's a deflection there as the ball comes right towards us. In the commentary box position here. We see that man Fox there did well with the ball bouncing around. So they're going to change it up here, the New Zealand side.
Let's go, Black. In.
So here's the captain, Apasai, with the ball. Of course, in that Hurricanes program, many will be familiar with his name as the ball comes off the top. Knock. Flat ball there to Barrett. Barrett forced to take the hit up. Coming around the corner at pace here. The All Blacks. Perafita gets a nice ball away. They're going to go in the corner. And that's a try. Nice try on the far side. And the All Blacks are over. And that was quick stuff.
Yeah, real quick speed of recycle off those first couple of phases there led to that line break on the far side there. Really clinical finish from the outside backs there.
Yes, very good, and the pace shown by Perafita, and make no mistakes, he set that up for the men outside him. And that is a classic winger's try in the end. As we see Emerson, the try scorer, go back into the huddle. Plenty of water. The New Zealand side were worried about the humidity here, but it seems to cool around 6 o'clock. The water coming off the lake behind us.
Yeah, the temperature's dropped to a nice even temperature now, and I'm sure that...
Here's the replay as we see Perafita feeding it on to Tompkinson over in the corner. So the conversion unsuccessful. Emerson, the man on screen, bagging the first try for the match. So what can the Australian side do? It's going to take some character to get back into this. And again, Nicely placed kick by Mason as they push the New Zealand side over the touchline for a line out. Can they hit back here?
Certainly a positive response there, getting a turnover. So hopefully Australia can hold on to the footy now and build some pressure of their own.
Ball comes up, nicely won by Macaulay. Here's Tui Malilefano taking a hit up, does with gusto, makes some good ground. And again, Macaulay coming around the corner. But there's no one there at the breakdown, and that's a turnover for this New Zealand side as they look to counter. Barrett getting the ball on the toe. There's no one at home. Here comes Lowe. It's a foot race as Mason gets there. Does well.
That's good.
But that's real danger signs there for this Australian side. They need to dig deep. Coming back now. Clearing the kick, and it's not the best of clearing kicks either. So all the pressure early on Australia here, Brad.
Yeah, just struggling for any sort of continuity in attack, really, due to the New Zealanders being very, very effective at their defensive breakdown.
Yeah, let's go, bro. Get in.
So ball goes to the back. It's scrappy as Mason puts it on the toe. Ricochets off a New Zealand player. And the ball spread out wide to nobody. And they're forced to clean up. Scrappy stuff early here by this Australian side. Not 20 minutes in yet. And we're already see maybe a little bit of panic stations by this Australian side, Brad.
Yeah, well, look, I think they'd forced a turnover there from the line out. Probably just needed to try and play some field position on the back of that. But unfortunately it led to an error, and New Zealand get another chance now.
Ball comes off the top, off the back again. Almost a repeat play there. Knock handing it back. Nice hand. Perafita getting it to Tompkinson. Tompkinson, he's held up. New Zealand good at the breakdown again as the ball goes behind to Barrett. Uses his hands well. There's space out wide. Strange taking that one to ground. And now Rakiti Stones takes a brutal hit there from the Australian defence. Johnston. Oh, gets a ball away. Could it be his second? The ball loose though. Emerson losing the ball, and Maddox gets a long clearing kick, his best of the game, all the way downfield. But they've got a good chance to counter. Umunga Jensen getting it back. And Barrett putting it on the boot again, nicely placed. Going to have this Australian side pegged in the corner as Mason now puts it on the right foot and finds touch.
You okay? Good to go? Let's go.
So we see Nick Berry there sucking in the big ones. It's fast.
I don't think he's the only one out there sucking in the big ones, mate. Certainly been a frenetic start.
So again, this New Zealand side with a good chance to attack. This time they play safe. Barrett gets the ball. Jacobson was outside him, but he chose to take it in. Perafita slicing through again. So Knock goes short side. Lowe was outside him. Barrett, Perafita. That's two.
No, still in. Hold it.
As the Australians now try to counter-ruck. Perafita, oh, he's picked up in some good defence. As the ball spills out, it's towed forward. Umunga Jensen. Plenty of time as Fox chases through. Bounces off the tackle, little chip over the top. Maddox placed well again. Has some time. And gets a long kick down the field. Emerson has to go all the way back. Barrett, we know he's got a tremendous boot on him. Plenty of time. And the placement's almost perfect, getting them up towards the halfway line. Brad.
Yeah, really good defensive passage there for the Australians. Coming up hard off the line, a couple of really good first up tackles and created a turnover, and hopefully they can take a fair bit of confidence out of that.
Let's go, goal we're playing on.
Yeah, definitely. You've had plenty of experience, I guess, of the NRC and its counterpart, the ITM Cup. How important are these pathways for these players to get into that system?
Yeah, it's hugely important, and that's one thing I think the AU have done really well over the last bit of time.
So we saw the replay there and a little turnover. So the Australians just a little bit scrappy at the breakdown, really not committing enough numbers at the moment, early on.
Nah, look, I think at the moment, certainly the New Zealand arriving players are winning that race. So the Australians certainly need to prioritise their speed of arrival and their efficiency at that attacking breakdown to hold on to the football.
Nice and slow. Here's your mark.
Of course, this Oceania fixture, it's a key strategic investment in growing the game around the Oceania region. Of course, this test match getting all the sides ready for the World Cup as well.
Yeah, look, I think it's a fantastic initiative coming off the back of last year as well, and hopefully it's here for a fair while to stay.
So short arm now to the New Zealand side. The ball comes to the back. It's tapped quickly. There's space. So again, the Australian side on the back foot, but holding on to the ball. And the Australian side will take that. Yeah, great work by Fox there.
Yeah, really good work there. Really good work.
He was one of the dominant performers for that Rebels 20 side during the Super 20s this year.
Yeah, he's a very skillful.
Deserves his place.
Yeah, very skillful back rower. He certainly carries the ball well, has an offloading ability, and he just showed his ability to get on the ball there as well.
And of course, both sides rocked with a couple of changes. Stevenson and Brown, the big ones from the New Zealand side earlier in the week, and of course, Magnay, Tui and Tuttle, all with Queensland duties. So they go to the back, the Australians, it's tapped. Sorovai has a bit of work to do, so he's going to be caught into contact. As Mason comes to the back. Getting the ball now to Fox. Fox tries to take one forward, but the line speed by the New Zealand side is tremendous at the moment as the ball only just there by Sorovai, who was caught in the previous breakdown. Mason now using, and Scott Young gets a pass to Fiddick, but it hits the ground, goes out as the New Zealand side look for a quick one. Yes. Just not sticking at the moment, Brad.
Nah, scrappy line out led to the New Zealanders being able to get up off the line quite hard and taking the Australians behind the gate line.
So we've got a bit of time off here as we'll listen to referee Nick Berry. We've got a blowout on the boot. The old lucky boots. Maybe someone needs to go to Rebel Sport or somewhere like that.
Yeah, an advertisement for Adidas there, I guess.
Yeah, good steel studs on them too. You don't see too much of that these days.
No, he's a front rower there, so yeah, certainly getting enough strappy tape on there.
It's hard to even find a pair of black boots these days. Plenty of flash out there. As we look at the New Zealand side just getting in the huddle. So this game needing a bit of a break there. Could that be the old blowout trick for the front rowers union?
Could have been the old Kit Kat call there. Take a break.
So here's Apasai, the captain, with the throw. Goes to the back, but scrappy again. Picked up by Jacobson. Not straight, saying, knock forward, says Nick Berry.
Yeah, both
almost
teams
didn't look straight either.
No, both teams line out probably not functioning at the level they would like it to. But look, both sets of teams are certainly building combinations and timings.
Well, it's quite greasy out there. We've had a lot of rain on the Gold Coast over the last few days. The storms were looming this afternoon, but the humidity was here. So that all coming into play as well as we see Sorovai there. course, playing for the Reds, playing behind Tuttle, in fact, throughout that Reds program. So both the Queensland halfbacks getting rewarded as Tuttle went back into the senior squad. Fox picks up off the back. Mason does well, stepping, slicing, knocking it on. So now, can they get the ball to Emerson? They know he's got plenty of pace out there. That's Amunga Jensen. As the ball coming out now. Low. Apasize outside. Here he comes. He's a wrecking ball. But he's taken nicely. It's big Sione it was. Putting his body on the line, getting his body in front of him and putting him down, but they take the quick throw. Ball goes behind Barrett. Barrett will pick up. Little toe forward by Tompkinson. Emerson coming through on it. Maddox will watch it. It goes behind him. It's close. Maddox is going to have to do something with it. He grounds it. Very casual there by Maddox.
Yeah, certainly was. I think the Kiwis showed their intent off turnover there.
And that's a monster boot down the field.
Hold Black. Black all hold.
So Maddox now coming back with the ball, marking it. And gets another huge kick down the field. Doesn't find touch. The ball comes in to knock. They may look to counter here, the New Zealand side. Oh, that's a knock on. Big play now for this Australian side. Uncharacteristic there by Perifetta.
Both teams certainly producing some handling errors in this first 26 minutes, so probably fair to say it's pretty greasy out there.
My priority's on this side at the moment.
Bez, just watch one Black driving straight from the angle on the last one.
So we can see there Johnston being signalled out.
Right, boys, here's your mark.
Not coming into the scrum straight. Well,
the last scrum Australia were really good there. Unfortunately, just had a turnover by the backs in the midfield, but certainly they'd be happy with how that last scrum went.
They're really stacked to this left-hand side, this Australian side. So we see the crowd in the distance. So here comes the scrum. They're going to have to get clean ball here, this Australian side. As the ball comes down, Mason flat ball. Can't get a ball away there. Jerd. Mason coming around the corner. They're looking for quick ball. May not get it. There's bodies in the way. Advantage played. Mason. Just advantage. There's no direct running here, Brad.
Nah, shifting two passes wide at the moment.
Oh, taken. Heavy contact there, but it'll come back for the penalty. Barrett launched himself.
Yeah, Australians playing with a little bit of width, and at the moment the New Zealand team's just coming up hard off the line and getting some dominant collisions in defence. Really pleasing the last two scrums for Australia there from an Australian perspective. I thought they potentially could have held that one in a bit longer than potentially word for a penalty last time.
Yeah, speaking to Nick Henderson before the game, of course, in charge of the set piece. Plenty of work been going into that this week. So Maddox will look to get this 5 out. And does just that. Will we see the driving maul here, Brad?
Yeah, you'd probably think so, mate. 5 metres out. They should be hopefully looking to assert some physical dominance with a strong maul here.
So they come up, they come down. Can they execute? Good defence shown by the New Zealand side. So the ball at the back now. Sorovai. Mason's wide. Nice flat ball there. Taken, though, in some heavy contact. New Zealand turning the ball over. Getting away from one. Here comes Emerson on the far side. Just can't get a ball away, so...
Gee, they're deadly off turnover, aren't they? Deadly off turnover attack.
Yeah, so good on the counter, this New Zealand side. Options everywhere, all over the park to go to. But Emerson on that far side particularly looks so dangerous in broken field, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I think it's just their urgency to reload and look to shift the ball wide. I think it's in the DNA of all the Kiwi teams.
Borderline. There's your mark.
As we see some concerned Australian fans on the far side. Be interesting to see how this scrum goes. The last two have been particularly good, Brad.
They have. Look, the Australians seem to have settled and they've got some field position here. Hopefully they can build some possession and hopefully exert some pressure.
The Australian black line is set fairly flat, so maybe look for Tui Maliliafano to come in off this. Oh, that's a poor ball. Having to pick up there. Jackson Hope does well. Makes a few metres in the end. The New Zealand side almost offside in that one as Scott Young takes them forward. Yeah, Nick Berry's picked it up. Got a call from the touch judge. Sione now. Mason goes to the right.
Still playing advantage for black offside.
Still playing advantage now. Scott Young lines up, gets a bad ball from the back of the breakdown. Jumping for it, but the referee Nick Berry there, he'll blow the penalty. We'll see what this Australian side do. It's in kicking distance here for Mason.
Points, boys.
And he's going to go for the points, take the safe option.
Yeah, probably the correct call there. The Australians, I should say, have had some a sustained period of field position and possession, so hopefully they can get a reward out of that.
31 down. And to be fair, the Australian side haven't really threatened the line of the New Zealand side. Couple of forced errors. I'd like to see them maybe put some phases together here.
Yeah, certainly the New Zealanders are getting up hard off the line, shutting down our midfield options. Been quite a few handling errors which haven't led to a lot of continuity either for Australia. So, look, hopefully they can get 3 points here and settle.
Well, the two Jacobsons in the 6 and 7 for the New Zealand side, they've been doing tremendous work at the breakdown as Mason comes in, kicks it, and he's made it. So, Australia on the board now, the 20s. New Zealand lead 8-3 here at Bond University. So this Oceania rugby fixture, it's going to go down to the wire, and Australia just hanging in here. So the kick comes from Perafita. It's a deep one. Tui Maliliafano.
No hands now, too. Get on side.
So Australia set up. They look to run. Scott Young it is. Mason set now to kick. Again, poor ball from the back. Mason, it goes through his legs. And that is going to be a knock-on on the goal line. And this is going to be real trouble here for this Australian side, Brad.
Yeah, big test for the scrum now. Unfortunately, Australia not able to clear their end there.
It's going to take a big effort here from the forward. And, of course, the back line are going to have to get up really quick in defence. Barrett looks dangerous. Tompkinson, his centre partner. Perafita, who's set quite deep.
Bind. Set. Hold. Hold.
So here come the Australian side. They're trying to push through, but going too early here.
Yeah.
Could find themselves in some trouble.
Lucky not to concede there. Certainly pushing before the ball was in.
He's not. He's chasing his hit. Let's go again.
We see young Tyrell Lomax out there, second year in this 20s program. Of course, the son of the great John Lomax. I hear they had a Raiders catch-up the other week. A couple of...
Johnny would have let his hair down, no doubt.
I think it was maybe it was his 50th birthday the other day. I'm pretty sure. I saw a few photos with Brett Hetherington and Mullins were there. As we go back to the game.
Here it is. Let's go. Same mark. Let's go.
So the Australian side, I guess they've got the ascendancy here at the set piece.
Yeah, the last couple of times they've been strong. Look, this is a real critical moment here in the game. A real pivotal moment, I think.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. Hold it, boys. Hold it.
So coming through, scrappy scrum, ball comes off the back, inside, but well defended by the Australian side. It's loose. They dive on it now. Great line defence there by this Australian side as the ball comes back. Mason is charged down though.
Yeah, great scrum again from Australia. Really good tackle from Mac Mason. Led to an untidy breakdown and turnover.
Ball was out, you passed it back in.
So what can they do here, this Australian side? Can they take two?
Oh, you passed it back in.
Passed it back in, says the referee. And we'll look at Emerson coming in at fly half again. Interesting play.
On my signal, yeah?
There's a big blindside open if they get a good scrum here, Brad.
Yeah, I'd expect him to play to the right here, probably. Play to the blind winger again, and he'll either carry direct or potentially play out the back to...
Oh, the scrum going down. It's an Australian penalty. So the ascendancy here at the set piece by this 20 side. And that's a credit to the forwards and a credit to the coaching staff.
Really good couple of minutes there. Really couple of two really good scrums. Hopefully now the Australians can settle and sort this kick out and win the set piece at the line out.
Lenny, your tight head's going straight down, man. Yeah.
So kick there by Maddox. The tight head going down.
To Mark Black.
It'll be an Australian throw. The line out, however, has been pretty scrappy. And that's a better one coming off the back for Soravai. Fox takes a nice hit up there, but he's driven back. Soravai goes back to Mason. Better ball. He goes for a bit of height on that one. Amunga Jensen now. Oh, he spills that one. Barrett comes back. As they all come back now, Tompkinson puts a little chip, grubbing kick through. Nicely done by Jackson Hope, but he goes out. So again, with a few minutes to go here, New Zealand will have a bit of an advantage. Looking for the quick one. Tompkinson maybe would have had the better option of holding onto the ball then, Brad.
Yeah, they certainly, the Australians defended that quite well. The Kiwis had a 3-on-2 overlap, but Jordan Jackson Hope on the inside worked real hard to connect with his wingers, so positive sign there.
Ball going to the back again. Not finding its mark as Mason. Oh, he almost comes through the other end with it. Almost not straight as well by this New Zealand side. They're going to have to fix that one up as the ball comes back now. Perafita, little chip to himself.
Stripped. Off Black.
The ball goes backwards off Black. Barrett. Quick hands. Emerson, he's unleashed. Look at him go, Emerson.
Great tackle, Jackson Hope.
Nice tackle, Jackson Hope. Taking him out. Quick tap taken. So quick, though, on that far side, Emerson, isn't he?
Yeah, he's certainly a danger man for the New Zealanders.
Little nuggety winger. Of course, on the other side, we've got Jonah Lowe. Those famous initials, JL.
Yeah, certainly synonymous with that position.
He's got a bit of growing to do, though.
If he's going to match the predecessor, that's for sure. Massive line out here. Massive moment in the game.
Yeah, coming into half-time, attacking the Australian line here, the New Zealand side. They set up for a maul. It's not going anywhere. Good defence. Here they come now, the New Zealand 20s. Apasai. He's at the back. He comes off. Oh, dropped the ball, has he? Yes, he has. So again, the Australian side digging deep in defence.
That's half, boys.
And that's going to be half-time. And good half there, and both sides throwing everything at each other, Brad.
Yeah, I thought a really entertaining half. Certainly both teams have an attacking mindset in their intent. Probably quite a few errors due to ball handling, and that's probably stifling continuity at the moment.
Well, Perafita, he's been the difference, as well as Emerson out there for the New Zealand side. We're going to take a quick break, and we're back with you guys shortly on Bar TV Sports. Coverage of this Oceania Test fixture.
Here you go, dude, bro. Thought you footy boys wanted to have a little throw around the office.
Really?
Foul show. Foul show. Pretty cool boss, huh? Probably going to start calling me the man. The man. The man. Catch you in 20, brah.
Guys, Real Sport, Bar TV.
Well, welcome back, everybody, for this Oceania Test series between the Australian under-20s and New Zealand under-20s. And the Australian side proudly sponsored by BMW. Get to your nearest dealership and have a look at all your BMWs. Brad, you'd be an X5 man?
Oh, most definitely, mate. Most definitely. Wouldn't say no.
Definitely. I'm a coupe man. As we see the New Zealand side out there, they've come up with a dominant first half display. They're 8-3 in front. What do you think they're saying out there?
Look, I think pretty similar to what the Australians will be saying. I think both teams have probably turned over a fair bit of possession and line out. Both teams are guilty of some handling errors, so I think the message will be pretty consistent that they need to build some pressure, hold on to the football. But, gee, they've looked dangerous on counter-attack.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great afternoon or night here at Bond University. The crowd certainly has come out, both sides, both grandstands. As you can see, we're not too high up here at Bond, but both grandstands full, the corporate area is full, and everyone having a good time. Of course, there is another game here on Saturday. Make sure you come out, because Oceania Rugby doing great things for promoting grassroots rugby across the region. Of course, New Zealand successful last year as a byproduct of the Oceania system in the World 20's series. And that's all good things for Oceania Rugby.
Yeah, it is. Look, they've obviously got a hugely successful tradition at this level, New Zealand. And a lot of their players obviously go on then to represent the Super Rugby sides and then the All Blacks as well. So hopefully Australia can match that this year themselves.
And this game being streamed all around the world as well. So if you are listening in around the world, tweet us in at Bar TV Sports. Hashtag Bar TV Sports to get in the game with our broadcast partner as well, Top Better. And of course, this Oceania Test Series is going to heat up in the second half as we look at some games getting played in the crowd. A couple of enthusiastic supporters there filling in their time at halftime.
Yeah, I guess that's common now. Most people at any stoppage will be hard on their phone.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, if you are on your phone, watching in your phone, tweet us in where you're watching, how you're watching. And at the moment, we're watching that man right there.
Doing his best. What is that game? What's that called?
Snakes and Ladders. I'm not a gamesman, to be fair. I'm computer illiterate.
I'm sure someone could tweet in what that game is.
Very good. And, of course, the score here, 8-3, with another game coming on Saturday. Both coaches looking to, I guess, further their team's experience coming into this World 20's series over in England in July.
Yeah, look, I'm sure that there's players in both groups that are playing for a final position in the squad. Combinations are still building at this stage, but and the short turnaround gives them a taste of what's to come over there as well.
And a magnificent ground here at Bond University. We're going to be here at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, with the Kiwis having to get out of town fairly quick the next morning. So a little bit eerie in the distance there too here, Brad. Tell us about that. You coach here?
Yeah, no, it's a great facility here. Great facility. Fantastic surface, fantastic changing rooms, great flood lighting. A little bit eerie with the woods over and the pine trees over there in the background and the woods, but I haven't seen Batman around just yet.
Well, somebody better call in, because the Australian side need to get back into this match. Handling errors have been letting down both squads so far. How do you think they're going to improve on that? I guess playing phases, but the New Zealand have been so good at the breakdown, contesting everything.
Yeah, they have. Look, and that's certainly slowed down the Australians' ruck speed, which has allowed the New Zealand defensive line to be set and come up hard off that line time and time again. But look, I think Australia certainly looked threatening out wide when they've been able to get the ball into space. So hopefully they can sort out their speed of delivery and play some attacking football in this second 40.
Well, some of the defence out there in the midfield by Jackson Hope. He came up with a couple of bell ringers and some last-ditch efforts, just keeping this Australian side in the match, I guess. What are they going to do to, I guess, counter that in the second half? How are they going to get on the front foot?
Yeah, look, hopefully, the Australians will certainly be targeting to sort out their line out in terms of the delivery of set piece there. I thought the Australians certainly got the ascendancy in the scrum in the last 20 minutes of that half, so that's a pleasing sign. But the service, I think, from 9 and 10 certainly is something that can be improved on in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Extended break here for this Oceania Test Series. Of course, Oceania Rugby doing great things across the region in Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Nauru, New Caledonia, New Zealand, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tahiti, Tonga. They're everywhere and promoting a rugby throughout the region and getting all the regions set for this 20's challenge. As we see a punter on screen there getting ready for the second half, getting some burger strength.
Great hamburger here at Bond Rugby.
And the Australian side just taking their time to come back out onto the field as we see the referees coming to the field. The New Zealand side, they don't want to muck around here. They want to get right into this. So the team from the Australian side now coming to the field. They will be receiving the kick, running left to right. Very impressive scrum by this under-20 side. A great testament to rugby. We heard Adrian Thompson at the start of the show, at the start of the match today, saying they've been working on it, trying to emulate the senior squad. As we see Nick Berry pointing to the captains. And it's game on here at Bond University. It's a deep kick. Tui Maliliafano met with a wall of black. So Mason now standing a bit wider this time. Good run there by Scott Young. Coming back. Oh, it's a terrible pass. What can Maddox do to get out of this? He has to take the hit up. He's going to be in all sorts of trouble as the Australian forwards now swarm around him. And again, Sorovai. Poor option there. Emerson getting it now to Amunga. Jensen can't get a ball away though.
It's the second time the Australians haven't cleared their own end.
So Jacobson now almost slicing through. The ball going to the Rakiti Stones. They're set to the left. They go that way. Again, looking to build some phases. Barrett. I thought that may have been a knock on as Perafita gets through. Getting a ball away. Can't come up with it. Sorovai now. Offloads. So again, offside there. Perafita it was well in front as Maddox gets a long clearing kick. Amunga Jensen. Little chip for himself. Maddox is there. Gets around one. So they'll set up here now, Brad.
Yeah, better clearance kick there from Australia.
Sorovai with a box kick. Coming back now. Barrett. Mason's there. He's got Maddox outside him, uses him. Maddox gets a long kick downfield, and it's going to be too long. Out on the full, and that's a mistake the Australian side do not need.
No, not a great start. Not a great first 2 minutes of the second half for Australia. Certainly need to sort out their exit and clearances. Gifting New Zealand really good field position here.
Yeah, he does it so effortlessly, doesn't he, Maddox? He
can certainly strike it. Yeah, he can certainly strike it.
Very good cricketer as well, playing first grade for Sydney University and in the Sydney District Comp. Well, Sydney grade cricket. Ball comes off the top now. Emerson coming in for a hit up. He's had a good game, Emerson. He's been involved. Perafita with a wide ball. Barrett. Barrett goes to the short side. Oh, bounces off his chest. Low cleans up, but referee Nick Berry says knock on.
Good defensive passage there for Australia, getting hard up off the line, getting good first up contact. Kiwis certainly using Emerson a lot off set piece.
Yeah, definitely coming in to take that hit up. He gets those legs moving. He's a solid, stocky player. So we see Fiddick lining up for the hit up here for this Australian side as Sorovai feeds the ball. As the New Zealand side pushing through on it, Sorovai getting the ball. Mason runs the line. Not the best pass to Fiddick. Scott Young coming around the corner. He's held up as they drive through. Good teamwork there by his Australian forward pack. Getting around him. Maddox now spinning around. Can't get a ball away. Does. Mason. He's dangerous in broken field. Great support player. So knock on. New Zealand feed for the scrum. Again, mistakes just letting down this Australian side.
Yeah, look, certainly a couple of good early phases there, and then an unfortunate error when the back stepped up to carry the football.
So we're going to have a bit of time off here. We do have a replacement in the front row, by the looks of things. Lomax is still on. Looks like Fafita's come on for the Australian side. Sione had a good first half, I thought.
Yeah, no, he did. I thought he made one really good tackle close to us and was solid at set piece. So a really good first up start for him. For the Australian 20s, definitely.
So just a player down, getting treatment. Quinton Strange, I think it is. So the scrum will be set, 40 out, 15 in from touch. Emerson in off his wing again for this New Zealand side. And you can see the humidity there dripping off this front three. Knock. Oh, the ball spits out the back. Does well to get around. Perafita runs. Oh, turning inside Tompkinson. Well worked, and Emerson does well. Picks it up, gets quick ball, and here comes Knock. Knock off the back. He's still going. They go the short side. Here's Emerson. He's close. They pick, they drive. And they're over. That is well-worked play there by the New Zealand side. And we see the big number 4.
Yeah, fantastic starter play there off the scrum. Got him behind the Australian defence. And quick speed of recycle. And able to play to some width there. Shows the strike power that New Zealanders possess.
Yeah, Quinton Strange, I think, was the scorer there. Quick ball. And Knock, he really took off, didn't he? Set up by Emerson, who had the foresight to just pick it up and go for it. As we'll go soon to the replay.
Showed some foot speed there, didn't he? Definitely showed some foot speed.
So quick is the winger Emerson. You'll be hearing his name in the future for sure. So there he is there. And here's Knock. He just opens up. Emerson again. He was close.
A couple of great carries from Emerson there. Really carrying on from his involvements in the first half.
He's been the difference so far in this match, hasn't he? As we see now, Barrett lining the kick up. It's his toughest one of the day. On the sideline. Shapes to kick. Hits it. And it's waved away. So the score remains 13-3. Australia only just in this here.
Yeah, look, not a great start to the second half from the Australian guys. Hopefully they can build some pressure, maintain the footy, and try and get a reward. But 2 failed exits, 1 knock on, all in their own half, led to some sustained pressure from the Kiwis.
Yeah, flat kick by Mason there, getting it back to Perafita. Maddox, he's there. Looking for the kick. It's high. Hasn't got much distance as he comes through. Can't get his own kick, and Barrett plucks it out of the air. Jacobson. Believe he was the try scorer. Knock. Long ball. Tries to grab a kick, so here come Australia. Oh, Sorovai just taking too long there, was he? No. Referee Berry says, play on. Mason. Flat ball. Maddox under pressure. Gets a nice ball away. Tui Maliliafano. Inside ball. Here's Sorovai. And Sorovai will score. What a try. What good hands by Maddox. And that is good backup play and good try to the Australian side.
Fantastic quick hands here on the short side by Maddox. Certainly set that try up. Great vision from Mason as well. Great ball out in front.
Great support play on the inside by Sorovai. Great hands by Maddox, though.
Yeah, fantastic quick hands. Certainly set that try up. Really good comeback there from the Australian side. Again, that was Maddox high ball. Put up the high ball instead of playing in his own half.
We'll go now to the replays. We hear see Sorovai. Look at the hands by Maddox. And Tui Maliliafano inside ball. Sorovai does so well at backing up. That's why he's in the side. Scores plenty of tries.
Yeah, no, certainly an excitement machine. Really good work from Mac Mason there as well. Shaped a kick, which sat the Kiwi defenders down a little bit. Then played a face ball across to Maddox, who showed great quick hands.
Mason gets the points. So now 10-13, and it's game back on here. The Australian side against the run of play.
Yeah, you'd say that based on the first 10 minutes of that half, that it was against the run of play, but I guess that shows the strike power that we do possess Australia possess outside, I should say.
You're permitted for that, Brad.
Showing my bias.
As we welcome all our viewers across the ditch in New Zealand and across the world on Bar TV Sports. As that ball comes downfield, taken by Emerson. A long ball in. They're set for the counter here. We've got a replacement there. I think it's Mackay or Ledger, is it?
Numbers here in New Zealand.
Yeah, they come to the left. Jacobson inside ball. Oh, not the best pass there. The ball goes back, though. Knock now. Gets a ball to Tui. The big number 8 is imposing. Oh, nice run there by Amua. Few tweets out there as well. Paul Dolan tuning in from Malaysia.
Numbers again here for New Zealand, back down the short side.
As they come that way nicely inside, good exchange of passing. Here come the New Zealand side. Attacking the line. Fido now. Fido gets away from one. Fido still going. Flat attack now by the New Zealand side, soaking in defenders. Again, Fido. He's got involved. Here they come inside. Barrett straightens the play. Perafita just looking for some space. And there's Fido again. He's still going. Fido.
Great tackle line.
Good tackle on the line. They pick and drive now, the New Zealand side. They're very close. They go again. They'll take a short one. Oh, look at that. And that's as easy as you'll get.
Yeah, great passage from New Zealand there. They're big forward runners. Got in behind the Australian defenders, got their offload game going, and from there Australia were really chasing hard to reset their defensive line.
Certainly were, and Barrett goes in for a well-deserved try. And he'll come back now to convert his own kick. He hit the hole. He didn't have much to do, just dive for the line in the Australian defence. It was sucked in and wasn't really there, Brad.
No, I think at that stage they were struggling to reset themselves. The Kiwis certainly got in behind that defensive line. Really quick speed of recycle.
We look there and boom, just ducked under. A tackle over the top by Macaulay as we look to slow it down. Yeah, great body height by Barrett, and if this is anything to go by, Barrett will soon be playing in one of these senior squads over in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, he's certainly got the boot, capable of that level. Great outside in-line there, caught the Australian ruck defenders looking in towards the ruck.
So New Zealand now 18-10. Lead this Australian side at Bond University. The kick. And Barrett straight over that black dot.
Game certainly opening up compared to the first half, Gareth.
Yeah, 18-10 is being played at frenetic pace, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Mason needs to kick this deep, I think. But he goes flat and he goes high again. It'll give good field position. They come up. Australia do well for feeder.
Gee, they're hard on the ball there, even again.
No one's there. Sorovai goes short side. Dummy there. Tui Paluto coming in from the Rebels side. Rebels have the bye this week. So got the call up. Played in the centres last week for the senior squad. Mason now getting the ball wide. Macaulay.
It's been impressive carrying the football, Macaulay.
Mason hasn't many options. They're playing very flat. Not running with real depth here, the Australian side, but they are making some inroads. Mason now going long. This is better stuff, putting some phases together.
Good carry from Harley Fox there.
Macaulay again, taken round the bootlaces. They go now to Lomax. Lomax helped out by Fafita. Mason now. Oh, dropped there by Tui Paluto.
Disappointing end to a decent passage there for Australia.
Yeah, put probably about 10 phases together there. Still playing very wide, the Australian side.
Yeah, quite lateral in their attack. Quite lateral, which isn't overly bothering the New Zealand defensive line at this point.
So we're going to have a bit of time off as one of the New Zealand players gets a bit of treatment. This is the captain, Apasai. Time back on. 55 gone in the match. The second half of a two-test series on the Gold Coast. And where else would you be?
Yeah, it's a great outlook, great conditions, and look, the second half's been outstanding up until this point. Hopefully we can get a bit more of that in the remaining 24 minutes.
So we've got Anari on now at halfback, replacing Knock. Adds a little bit more zip around that breakdown, so with the sides tiring.
I don't think they'll lose a lot there. Great scrum from Australia there. Penalised, unfortunately, for an angle there on the loose head side, but certainly on top physically in the front row.
Yes, definitely. So penalty goes to New Zealand. The pressure being lifted well and truly off them there. As Perafita, we've seen him guide this side around very well tonight.
He has, and he's certainly an attacking threat with the ball in the hand. He carried a lot early, but over the last 20, 25 minutes, he certainly distributed a bit more and relied on the players around him to supply those attacking threats.
Certainly Tompkinson out wide, outside Barrett. Hasn't seen too much ball, but every time he's had the ball, he's threatened. So New Zealand coming up with fairly easy ball there. Looking to play with plenty of pace. Perafita getting it to Barrett. Barrett, inside ball. Tompkinson. Anari getting a nice flat ball out wide. And penalty this time to Australia.
Another turnover there to Harley Fox.
He's done well today, Harley Fox. He can certainly hold his head up high. He's been in everything.
He's done really well there, really well. Isolated carry, hard on the football by himself, and got a turnover. Hopefully, from an Australian perspective, they can build some more pressure here.
Yeah, definitely one to look out for come NRC time, Harley Fox, down at the Rising.
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah, certainly. He certainly seems to be improving. He looks to be in reasonable nick.
Of course, BMW, the proud partner of Australian grassroots program, the 20s program. Doing great things for Australian rugby as the ball comes out now. Mason has the ball. Tui Peludo. The late call-up. Scott Young now. He's been solid every time he's hit the ball up. Makes some good ground there. Lomax has it now. Lomax charges forward. But slow to get to the breakdown. Sorovai has it. Mason now. Tui Peludo with a short ball. They've turned the ball over. So New Zealand have it, and again, quick on the counter-attack. They use the ball out wide. Barrett now. Tompkinson cut in half. Good defence.
Good defence out wide. Just shows the New Zealanders' intent off turnover. Certainly spreading it to width.
Maybe Tui Peludo there just getting a little knock to the eye.
Picked up a bump to his ankle or his knee there by the looks of it.
Ankle and knee. Tompkinson. The double whammy.
It was certainly a big collision.
So Australia, they have to fix this set piece here. They have to fix the scrum.
Yeah, scrum's been solid. Lineouts probably hasn't matched the efficiency of the scrum. Hopefully we can get clean delivery here and apply some pressure.
We see the fans enjoying it here. So penalty. Quick tap taken. Fox to Mason. Mason. He's looking for support. Oh, and he's put on his back. Sorovai now getting to Scott Young. Scott Young does well. Moves forward. Oh, Sorovai finds a gap. Oh, gets a ball inside to Fox. Fox does well.
Really
I thought he may have dropped it then. Under all sorts of pressure. Fafita now. Mason with a short side move. Jurd just can't get the ball away. Sorovai. Dummies. Goes the other way. He's got a bit to do. Offloads in the end. There's the clean out, and we're going to see a penalty to Australia. At 20-10, do you go for the points here, Brad?
Oh, they probably will, yeah, to consolidate, I'd say. Again, another decent reward if Mac Mason can kick this.
Taking a black player around the neck and taking him to the ground dangerously, and he's gone straight to ground and twisted, so I'm talking yellow card.
Okay, goal 3, is it?
Yes.
Where's the mark?
Just where the ball is, just another 5 metres that way.
Towards Hoff.
We're talking here, did he say Lomax?
I think he said yellow gold, yeah. This could
For
be
a head
big
high. Talking yellow card. Let's see what Berry does.
Got a foul play report. Okay, for a neck roll. Mr. grabbed him dangerously around the neck. No. Against goal 3. Okay, and then dangerously rolled to the ground. Okay, so it's foul play, it's dangerous. It's a yellow card.
Wow, he's given the yellow card, so the luck just not there for the Australian side. A dangerous tackle. The penalty's reversed.
Yeah,
and it's not often you see that, so we've got our producers looking vigorously for the replay. We may not get it. I personally didn't see it myself in the coverage.
No, obviously the clean out I would have thought, but look, they're really vigilant now on any sort of contact or rolling around the neck area. It's an unfortunate thing there for Australia. Had an opportunity to take a penalty shot at goal, and now in their own half defending.
Well, interesting as well among Jensen and Lomax, the man just from the field. Originally from the same area in New Zealand, and there's Lowe taking that one forward. So New Zealand now with the man advantage. Oh, he goes through the other side. Fido, he's dangerous. Fido still going, can't get an arm free. They'll use quick ball though. Oh, nicely tackled by Jerd. Again. He's done well, Jerd, in defence. Hasn't seen too much ball. But New Zealand now playing with plenty of width. Here's Barrett. A long ball out wide. Almost intercepted by Fiddick. And I tell you, if he had got the ball, it was lights out. Offside there.
G's made an impact.
Hawkins
Fido.
it was.
G's made a big impact.
He's
Fido
come
with his
on,
ball
hasn't
carry.
he? And he's done everything. We're going to have a look at the replay shortly of the incident, as Barrett will more than likely go for the goal here. And they're indicated to the sticks. Great work by our Bar TV producers and camera crew. And we see there the clean out. Yeah, he's grabbed him around the neck and wrestled him down.
Yeah, look, it's something.
We'll have a look at it in slow motion. Lomax comes through. I mean, the body height by the New Zealand player in Jacobson didn't really help, did it? But
no, look, that's something that the IRB have really stamped down on in the last 6 months. So, unfortunately, there's probably not a lot in it, but any sort of contact around that neck area now is a penalty and a yellow card, if not further sanction.
So Barrett comes in, kicks, makes no mistake, so the score goes now 23-10. So, 15 minutes remaining. There'll be a couple of substitutions here for the Australian side too.
Certainly some tired bodies out there now, and I think both sides will be able to exploit some attacking opportunities if they can hold on to the football.
Fowler's come on the field, Sorovai's gone to the wing, and Tui Maliliafano's gone off for this Australian side. Good line speed by the Australian side, but getting through there, Jacobson. He's been epic in this second half. Long clearing kick, Fiddick on the far side. Oh, he's dropped it cold. Fiddick. He looked to pass before he caught it, and the ball just bouncing off the chest there. Won't be happy with that. He hasn't had the best of games, Fiddick, but
yeah, look, that
he's
was
an out-and-out
unfortunate.
speedster when he gets the ball in play.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but that just gives New Zealand now some more field position, which I'm sure they'll be looking to take advantage of.
So we'll see now. Anari with the ball. The tempo's certainly picked up, hasn't it, since Anari and Fido's come on the field. Fido certainly making an impact for this New Zealand side.
Yeah, 3 or 4 fantastic carries from Fido since he's been on.
So Lowe standing in there. Anari just couldn't get away. Papali now. Inside to Barrett. Barrett straightens up. Barrett gets a nice ball away. Tompkinson gets another ball away. Oh, the last pass there knocked on. Quinton Strange just flicking it out the back. Could have taken that one to ground there.
Looking ominous now for the Australian team. The big New Zealand forwards are certainly making inroads in behind the Australian defence, getting their offload game going.
23-10 the score. 13 minutes remaining. And the New Zealand side huddling together, showing good strength, good unity. Lumanua's on as well. Stoddart. using almost their full complement. Papali as well in the 20 jersey.
Yeah, it just shows the depth they've got in their squad across their group. All the guys that have come on have certainly had a good impact on the game.
It's certainly been a cracking first test in this Oceania series. There we see the BMW Australian 20 side looking to dig deep. The clock is ticking. Time is against them. But we've seen so many of these 20s fixtures where the intensity has to be there right to the end, Brad. Oh, good scrum by the New Zealand side. They're driving through, they're driving forward, and that'll be a penalty to Australia.
Yeah, similar to the penalty that Australia conceded in the first half there. New Zealand not driving square through that scrum.
He's had a good match, referee Nick Berry. So here comes Maddox. Maddox aiming almost for our camera crew. Almost hitting our camera down there.
Bringing the crowd to life.
The crowd has jumped up. No one wanted to catch that. It must have had nettles on it or something. The crowd's alive. The crowd's abuzz here at Bond University. Of course, the Australian side staying at Bond University on campus. Mac Mason's out in front of him. Does well to hold it. Not the best ball from Fowler there. He hasn't got too well in the service department today, has he, Mason?
No, look, I certainly think it's an area that the Australian side could improve on. Is the quality of their delivery from 9 to 10.
Oh, good defence there on Fafita. He's held up. They're going to have to come through on it here, the Australian side. Scott Young does well. Oh, and the ball goes down the sideline, and they do well there. And
knock on
Fiddick
Black,
does well, yeah, he does well in the corner. Of course, you're watching here on Bar TV Sports, bringing you all the best in grassroots and mid-tier sports throughout the world.
New Zealand's certainly building some momentum here as we come into the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're up against it. A man down the Australian side. What can they do? The production crew here on Bar TV doing a great job at this Gold Coast ground. Oh, nicely taken there by Hawkins. Mason's back. It's nicely delivered to him that time and well out. So they'll have a chance for a reprieve here. Doesn't get too much distance. I thought he might have got a bit further there. As we see Lomax, the man on the bench, spending some time in the bin. Knock on there by the New Zealand side. So Australia with the scrum. They need to attack. They need to get some points here. 71 minutes down.
New Zealand line-out certainly struggled tonight. That'll be an area that they'll target for improvement before Saturday.
So the scrum to be set. Australia man down. Ledger's on the field. You can't miss him in that mop of hair. Well held by the Australian side, given they are a man down, but here come the New Zealand side off the back. Mason has it. They look to attack. Tui Paluto taken down. Maddox comes to the right. He's set to kick now. The ball's held up in there. Have they won the ball? No. New Zealand counter-rucking, but not coming up with the penalty there. Not rolling away.
Yeah, no, look, they've been really hard at the breakdown all night, New Zealand in defence.
So Maddox again, getting distance. And again, no one catches in the crowd here at Bond University. What are you doing here? What are you coaching here, Brad?
Oh, I think it's like a bar of soap, unfortunately, that football, mate, up here in the sweltering Queensland heat.
Well, there's been some handling errors. How are you handling the heat coming from Canberra?
Yeah, no, certainly an adjustment, that's for sure. But an afternoon down the beach certainly sorts that out.
Well, the Bar TV crew certainly made use of their time today down at Burleigh. If you did see a white whale, it was me. And the ball comes off the back to Fox. Fox cleans up again as he has done all game. Hawkins now running across field. And again, they're on the ball, the New Zealand side. Fowler gets a ball, good quick hands. Almost in front there, Fox. I don't know what happened there.
I think he was expecting the kick, I think.
Scott Young now, he's met with a wall of black defence. This is great defence, but he gets through. Oh, that's almost forward there. Tui Peludo. We see Fowler playing flat. Mason now set for it. Advantage played. Offside, says the referee. I thought it was good line speed, so unlucky there, the New Zealand 20s. Maddox goes for distance again, gets it, hitting the light pole for his favours. What can't he do?
Certainly got a big boot, hasn't he? He's been really good tonight. Really good. Certainly been in a threat in attack. His kicking game's been really good.
Well, the crowd checking their clock. They're 74 minutes down. 6 minutes remaining. 23-10 the score. Off the top, Fowler, Mason, Fox, quick hands. Sorovai has to pounce on it. The ball's loose. And again, the Australian side just can't execute.
No, disappointing play there from Australia. Opportunity in B zone there to try and exert some pressure and try and get back into the game, but an unfortunate error.
So the pressure has to come here. Crouch. 23-10, 5 minutes remaining. Australia need to dig deep here. Send a message coming into the second match with us here. Again at Bond on Saturday is Barrett now. Stepping off the left into some heavy traffic. Perafita getting a long kick down for Fiddick to pick up. Links up with Maddox. Maddox. Oh, he's been charged down. Mason forced to clean up again. Mason, there's a wall of black there again. Great kick chase by this 20s black side. They come now low, gets quick ball out. McKay on the far side. Picking and driving now. They go again. Crossfield kick, unmarked, and that's another try. What a try to Emerson. Was that Emerson? No.
Yeah, Emerson.
It was Emerson.
Yep.
What a try. He's been in everything all game.
Yeah, unfortunately Maddox there, I think, caught a bit in two minds, whether to counter, whether to kick. A charge down from New Zealand, and then, as you said, Gareth, they just flooded that breakdown and created a turnover.
Well, that man on screen, he's almost been the difference today, bagging another try. The score will go to 28-10 with Barrett kick to come, and there won't be too long to play after that. The crossfield kick. Perafita to Emerson. As we see, look at that, well worked. He knew it was on, puts the ball down.
Geez, had a good game, Perafita. It was his kick that turned the Australian back three around, which led to that charge down and then a beautiful crossfield kick there.
Well, Serevi on the wing as well. A little bit out of position there. But it was well worked.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happened there, whether that was always part of their planning or unavailable players, I'm not sure.
Oh, they've put the flags up. I thought it might have been waved away. But anyway, the score goes 30-10. Comprehensive performance here by this New Zealand 20 side. Maddox with the kick. It's a high one this time. Coming through on the ball, taken in the air maybe. Ball at the back. 2 minutes remaining. Here come the New Zealand side again. Jacobson that time, he's been in everything. Both of them have. Here's Emerson. Emerson inside ball. Just dropping the ball there was Ledger. Look at the hair on Ledger. Unbelievable.
Looking a bit like Red Foo there.
Yeah, a little bit like Red Foo. Somewhere in between Red Foo and Willie Mason back in the day.
Back in the day, Big Willie.
So Fowler has the ball. Billy Gray standing in at fly half. Come on to replace Mason. He's had a good game, Mason, today in a beaten side.
Gee, the scrum's been good for Australia tonight. Really good.
Yeah, it's definitely something they can take out as Tuipulotu gets a flat ball. Unfortunately, the Jerd who can't handle. As the dying seconds now in this first test in the Oceania series between Australia and New Zealand under-20s. It's been tighter than the scoreline suggests.
The New Zealand bench has had a really big impact on the game, I think, coming off. They've been outstanding.
Yeah, definitely the difference. They came on and there were some tired legs out there for the Australian side, and they got the roll on the New Zealand side, especially Fido. 2 or 3 of those good runs of his certainly laid the platform for this second half here. And again, a good scrum by Australia. So knock on. Australia will have one more chance here, will they? To put some points on the board. 30-10, they deserve another try.
Yeah, look, I think Australia have certainly toiled hard tonight. There's some areas that they can improve on going into game 2. As I said, the scrum's certainly a positive. They could tidy up some line out. And I think just the crispness of their delivery from 9 to 10 and their ruck speed are a couple of areas that they could focus on.
Yeah, certainly something they need to work on throughout the week leading into Saturday's second match here. Coverage from 4 o'clock on Saturday at Bond University. Get to the game if you're in the Gold Coast listening in. It's going to be a great day. Great afternoon at Bond. Oh, so a tight hand here for New Zealand. One more chance. Kick down. Here comes Emerson. Emerson, he's chasing. Look at the speed of the man in the number 11. If that ball was in, he was in again. And that will be full time by Nick Berry. And an exciting match here in this Oceania first test between Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand winning the match 30-10. Brad, for you, who was the best player out there?
Look, Emerson was strong. He was. They certainly utilised him a lot off set piece, but I think overall, I think their number 10, Perafita, was outstanding. I thought he controlled the game, closely followed by Barrett. I thought those two guys were outstanding.
Yeah, definitely. The drawing boards there for Australia coming into the next game on Saturday, of course, covered by Bar TV Sports for all your grassroots and mid-tier sports across the country and indeed across the world. We look forward to coming here again on Saturday. Get to bartvsports.com.au to have a look at all our fixtures coming up in the coming weeks. This game has been an absolute pleasure to call in the first test. The score was 30-10. I'm Gareth Wazick, and I'll see you next time.
Here you go, dude, bro. Thought you footy boys wanted to have a little throw around the office.
Really?
Foul show. Foul show. Pretty cool boss, huh? Probably going to start calling me the man. The man. The man. Catch you in 20, brah.
Real guys, real sport. Bar TV.